cruising.
I have a good example, I guess. Okay, so say someone is like, I want to start this business, and they're like back and forth, like, should I buy this business? Should I buy this not? Blah, blah, blah. And then they see some number, the number tells them everything to start this business, right? So they start the business, right? And it fails. And they're like, what the fuck? The universe told me to start this business and now it failed. But the reason why it had you fail is so that you can understand failure, because that person, I bet you their next business is going to be the big business, you know? So sometimes, I'm not saying the universe sets you up for fail, but sometimes you need those experiences. Like, you have to just trust the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, in the moment, you were supposed to start that business for a reason. Maybe the reason was so you can learn how to fail so you don't fuck up the big business coming. So you don't fuck up, because if you were given everything right away, you would have fucked it up. You know what I mean? So they started you with a little business. You can make all your mistakes so that you're successful in your like, those are the kind of things that people don't understand. You know, like even failure is teaching you. And if you quote unquote failed, there was a reason for that, and it's for bigger and better later.
Everybody's gone through this, and I always tell people, like, and I apply it to my life all the time. It's like, dude, if you go through, like, I've gone through my, I go back and look, and you can specifically look at relationships to some degree. Anytime you go through a breakup, oh my God, it's the worst thing that's ever happened. Guess what? You get through it, and you go
learn
to
about yourself. You learn about the other person.
You figure it out. Guess what? You find somebody else, and you're happy with that person. Maybe that one ends again too. Oh, everything always turns out to be okay. Like,
and had you not gone through those and learned about yourself and others, you may not be ready, like, for that person, the right person. If that person came in too early and you weren't emotionally mature and hadn't gone through all these fucking breakups, then that person would have left too. So sometimes the universe does that. The universe does that with jobs, with like everything, with friends, like with everything. And so you have to just trust the process and realize, like, that's why it happened. And I don't know that's the thing. And a lot of people have problems with this, trusting the future. Like, for some reason, I always believe that everybody is there. Like, you're in my life right now for a reason. You're in my life for a reason. We had that conflict that we had at work for a reason. You know what I mean? And so, and you just have to, but I don't know that reason yet. I don't know what it is, but it will make sense later. Just like breakups, in the moment you feel the worst. 10 years later, you realize, oh, I'm glad I broke up with that person, because then I would have never met my so-and-so now. You know what I mean? And there's so many, like, it's the same with job opportunities. Like, you think you're going to get this job, and you think you're like, what the fuck? And you didn't get it. Then you get something better, like 10 years. And you're like, if I would have went down that lane, I would not have been sitting here. Or if I would have went down that lane, I would have never met my wife in San Diego. Like, if you would have stayed in LA and take this job, whatever, or, you know what I mean? Like, say, so maybe the whole point in you taking this job down in San Diego, and Chris came from LA, is so that you can meet your wife.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the job.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't get. They think it's supposed to be like black and white.